the most integral things or mental exercises that you can do when you want to actually improve yourself, your life, your mental health, etc., is to ask yourself, who do I really want to be? Welcome to the Risen Fallen Podcast. I am your host, Mark Hendrickson, and if you are brand new to this show, what you can expect is open and authentic conversations about things like mental health, self-development, and how to get your life moving in the right direction, how to feel like, even if you're not feeling good about where you are right now, the place that your life is in, where you live, what you do for work, how you spend your free time, anything like that, what your body looks like, what your body feels like. If you're not feeling good about that, then at least having the confidence, knowing that you are moving 1% closer to who you want to be in the future and the life that you want to live. And if you're not new to this show, if you're a returning listener or a returning viewer, whether you're listening to the podcast version of this or you're watching the YouTube version of this, then I just want to say thank you from the very bottom of my heart for coming in, supporting the show, supporting the journey, supporting the movement, and supporting the idea of making yourself 1% better, faster, smarter, stronger, more compassionate, but also just lifting other people up along the way as well. So, happy Monday. On that note, happy Monday morning. I hope that you're doing well. If you're watching the YouTube version of this, happy Monday evening. We are starting this week off. We're kicking it off, and we are feeling pretty good about it. I'm feeling pretty good about it. And so let's jump into what it is I kind of wanted to talk about today, which is the struggle that you're dealing with right now, the issue that you have in your life, whether that be something financial, whether that be something with your physique, with your health, your physical health, your mental health, maybe some struggles in your friendships, your work life, your friends, your partner, your relationship, your parents, maybe some issues with your kids, maybe some issues with coworkers, or some issue that you have with work, any issue that you're dealing with right now. I want you to stop and ask yourself a simple question. Is it inside or is it outside of my control? Is there something that I can do? Is it something that I'm contributing to the issue? Is there a role that I play in this issue? And second of all, is there something I can do to fix this issue? Two simple things. Am I causing this? And is there something I can do to fix this? You're going to ask yourself these questions. Is this something that's in my control? Is this something that I have control over? Is this something that I've caused? Is this something that is the direct result of something that I caused? Is this something that's reversible? Is it something that's recoverable from? Is it something that, can change, can alter? Or is it permanent? Is it temporary circumstances? Is it permanent circumstances? But ultimately, is it something that's within my control? This is something that's very, very, very important to realize and understand, because it's obvious, and I don't mean to under or overstate this, that focusing on things that are outside of our control is a complete waste of time, energy, compassion, love, patience, discipline, etc. Obviously, by definition, if it's outside of your control, there's literally nothing you can do about it. So worrying about these things, focusing on these things, complaining about these things, even thinking about these things, unless you're using them as a factor of something that you can control, it's a complete waste of time. It's a complete waste of effort. It's a complete waste of energy. It's a complete waste of everything. You're better off in every way possible to focus on the things that are within your control. And a lot of the time, I'd go out on a limb and say every single issue that we have in our life, was brought to us because we said yes or no to the right or wrong thing at the right or wrong time. It really is just a lesson of learning when to say yes to certain things and learning when to say no of certain things. In all honesty, I feel like a lot of the actions that we take, we don't see as voluntary actions, but it really is just accepting or saying yes to something that you know you shouldn't be using or eating or whatever it could possibly be. And I can give you a couple small examples. If you're in a relationship and you ruin it because of temptation, cheating on somebody, lying about something, etc., it's the action of saying yes to something that you don't actually need. And obviously that causes problems in your relationships. In regards to your health, your wellness, your physique, your physical makeup, what you look like and what you feel like. A lot of the times it's saying yes to taking a break, taking a rest day, saying yes to eating foods that you shouldn't be eating. And I think that a lot of the time messing up is by definition almost more work than it is to just follow the fucking correct path, because it's always more action to do the thing that's going to sabotage your results. And so realistically, one of the most useful tools or skills that you can develop is when to say no. I've got everything I need to eat here, to nourish my body, to feed me, to make sure I have the right amount of energy, recovery, etc. I'm going to say no to anything else. I'm not going to die. I'm not going to get hurt. I'm not going to, if I just don't have that thing, I'll just be closer to my results. Same with distractions in business, distractions or temptations in relationships, learning to just say no and learning why you're saying no and reminding yourself of this and the compounding effect that you're going to have because of how proud you are that you've been saying no to all these different temptations and distractions in your life. So ultimately, you really have to decide who you want to be and really ask yourself this question. Who do you want to be? Do you want to be the guy that every single conversation that you have, you're sitting there complaining about things that are outside of your control to people that are dealing with things that are outside of their control, and you're just sitting there stirring up negativity, talking about how the weather's bad, how the market's bad, how this is bad, how your relationship's bad, how everyone treats you bad, how your specific situation is so rough because of all these things that are outside of your control? Do you want to be that person? Or do you want to be the person that faces every obstacle, every stress, every issue in life with grace, and to say, okay, well, I guess this is the next challenge. This is something that's outside of my control. I'm not going to let myself get down over this. I'm just going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep going forward and keep trying to find a new solution to the issues that we're dealing with. Do you want to be the person that's, saying yes to every invitation that they possibly have to go out and party and neglect, spending time with the person that they love, spending time with their kids, spending time with their parents, going out and partying, and so they can't say no to invitations. They can't say no to offers of junk food. They can't say no to temptations in their relationship to cheat. They can't say no to, all these terrible things like drugs, alcohol, etc. Do you want to be the person who can't say no and just succumbs to the will of everybody around them? Or do you want to be the person that's in control of himself, herself, the person that's, centered and grounded and can make decisions based off of actual logic and reason, as opposed to just fitting in with the people around them, not wanting to be rude, not wanting to the fear of missing out of like, oh, everyone else is eating this, so I want to eat it too. Everyone else is doing this thing, so I want to do it too, even though it's going to pull you further away from the person that you want to become. I really think, and I've mentioned this so many times on the podcast before in the past, but I really think that one of the most integral things or mental exercises that you can do when you want to actually improve your self, your life, your mental health, etc., is to ask yourself, who do I really want to be? And write that out in a list if you have to, maybe in a paragraph, point form, whatever it could be. Make a fucking diagram, do some artsy fartsy shit, who cares? But decide who you want to be. And think about who you are right now in comparison to that. And then think about what adjustments you have to make to get yourself closer to that dream person. So, that's pretty much it. Quick little episode. I think I'm coming up on 10 minutes here. And I think that's all we need for this Monday's episode. Brand new week. Brand new opportunity to get your ass in gear and get closer to the person that you want to be. I am going to check in with you guys on Thursday. Other than that, hope you're doing well. Much love. Peace out, you beautiful human beings.